Welcome back to Bleed With Me podcast. I am here with my co-host,
Sean Bowtie, coming to you through candlelight.
Oh.
Ooh, and our special guest tonight is my co-host from my other podcast, Ellelectrick.
Hi.
What up, girl? Haven't seen you since the last podcast.
What up?
A week ago.
I know, it's been too
It's
long.
been so long since we've talked.
It was so fun. I had such a wonderful time, and I'm so excited to be here with both of you on Bleed With Me now.
You love being the guest.
I do.
You're not in charge. You
Yeah.
love it. You got so high last time you were on my show.
I'm high again.
You know how much I had to edit out your pauses? I was like, girl, say something. And you were like, cool.
I'm going to try.
Yeah, that was cool.
I'm going to try and keep it snappier. I know I'm a stoner and I want to say more, but sometimes it gets stuck. So I'll try.
Well, luckily tonight is in your oeuvre.
Good word.
Because you're a fucking nerd and you actually have a degree in English. Much like my co-host, I'm assuming.
I do.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
I have a degree in high school.
Yeah.
Actually pretty easy to get. It was pretty easy to get.
I don't have that degree.
Honestly,
so you're one up on me.
I have told every fucking person this. When I saw the GED, I was so fucking pissed I didn't take it in 9th grade, which I totally could have, and just quit fucking school. Like that shit.
I get that. Well, you
Sometimes.
Plus I wasn't even there half the time. Plus also I think it became a place where I had a captive audience and I could just cause chaos and just upset people.
Okay, I can
attest
to the fact that happens.
Yeah. I really liked having a captive audience. So
yeah.
But anyway, so you guys are smarty pants and you guys have fucking degrees. I don't, but I like books.
You love to read. That's all it really is.
Yeah, that's all that matters, mama.
Hey,
I mean, didn't you actually tell me that you got an English degree, Ellelectrick, because it was the easiest one to get? You had to do is read books and talk about it.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I'm good at this. They were like, do what you're good at. I was like, yeah, I got this.
That's how I felt. I was like, wait, I just get to do something that I already do. That's amazing.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Yeah.
She said.
I felt like I was scamming the system, man.
It's like, this is a job. That's cool.
Don't worry. They're scamming plenty of other people. Yeah, because
it wasn't.
So. Yeah. I got scammed into going to art school for a minute, and then I was like, this won't go anywhere.
Yeah. I had so much fun going to school, though. I really loved college.
You're such a fucking nerd.
I loved that too. I loved it too. I loved it too.
I love to learn all the time.
I hated it.
I do too. Yeah. I felt the same way. And I was sad when I graduated because I was like, there's so many books that I'm not going to get to discuss in a classroom setting, which is like, I read books I didn't like reading, but then when we talked about them in class, I was like, wait a second, this was actually really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, you could get your doctorate or something.
No. No.
Okay.
No, I'm not interested. It's a scam. Plus, but it comes with student loan debt, which is like no fucking joke, man.
Oh, well, if you get rich from doing this podcast, go back and get your
doctorate. Thank you. I would get a vanity doctorate. No probs.
You guys
know
nuts.
What's tight?
No way.
Community college is free now in a lot of places. So if you want to take like random classes, you totally can.
Like Lee was telling me I could be a scientist, like go into the junior colleges. She's like, because I was like, maybe I'll do that when I get older and I have some free time. I'll just become a scientist then.
Right.
And she was like, oh yeah, the junior colleges are actually really good for science. Like you could do that. And I was like, fuck yeah, low grade science.
Was this Scientist Sara who told you this?
No, we have two best friends that are scientists. One is Scientist Sara, and the other is Dr. Lee, who actually is a legitimate doctor of science. Okay. They run the labs they work in. It's really dope. Our friends are the coolest.
Yeah, they both work in a lab. I know that she's in a lab.
on behalf of all smokers, thank you, Scientist Sara, for your work, for your efforts. I will be needing your services one day. Thank you.
Our friends are the best.
I love Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Lee. So,
yeah.
I have no degree. I am not a scientist. I am just a lowly high school graduate.
No, you're a wonderful genius.
And a reader. You were an adult reader. That in and of itself
you're an adult
is
reader.
a lot.
I do suck down the books.
A lot of people don't read
the books. I've been told. They'll be like, "Damn, you read fast." I'm like, I guess, but I also can't remember like half of it. I enjoy it. I don't think I'm forgetting it, but then people like who are more didactic than me will be like, "Do you remember that one part?" And I'll be like, "No, I read that 3."
You gotta annotate those books.
I've been trying.
You gotta write those that marginalia.
Marginalia.
Fancy like.
Oh, your copy is better than mine. Why is my copy doesn't have that? What? I don't like that first cover. Okay, that's the cover of mine, and I hate it. Now open up the flap.
Like a pulp cover.
That's a way better fucking cover.
Yeah.
Way better cover.
Talking notes and an interview in the back. It was good. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Lupe, didn't you buy me
extra?
This
I bought that for you.
So she spent extra. So, or birthday.
I just
birthday
like to,
who knows?
We talk about books a lot.
You bought me like 3 books for Christmas and then 3 books for my birthday. It was the fucking coolest.
It's the best gift. Best gifts are books.
I know. I'm like, let's talk about it.
Also, we're trying not to read any white authors this year at all. Like just a year without whites. So then here we go.
Okay.
We tried this woman out, and she's become one of my favorite writers. Like I think I like this book more than anyone. But before we get too caught away, all right. So let's bring it back. Hey everybody. We are going to talk about Mexican Gothic tonight. It's a book that we all read. It's one of my favorite new writers I've discovered. She's not that, she is kind of new. She hasn't been around that long. But
what's her name?
Silvia Mereno-Garcia. Silvia Mereno-Garcia. I'm terrible with Spanish. As Ellelectrick will tell you.
Okay. Lady Lechuga, please.
Lady Lechuga, she likes to be leafy.
Don't be fronting like you don't know no Spanish.
I know some Spanish, but actually, legit, Ellectric's been trying to teach me Spanish for over a decade. We've been best friends for like 12 years. She's been trying to teach me Spanish for over a decade. I've gotten like Lechuga, Tortuga, Savoya,
Right.
La Cucaracha, but honestly, I knew that first.
Download that Duolingo. You gotta do that.
No
Duolingo.
mostasa. I learned that at the sandwich shop, though, waiting on Mexicans. So,
but it's
no mostasa, no peacock.
What's that? I don't know. No mostasa.
No mustard.
What's that?
No mustard.
Oh,
as a general rule,
mustard.
Mexican people don't seem to like mustard. I've served hundreds and hundreds of Mexican people sandwiches. They usually say no and so eventually I would just say no mostasa, and they would be like,
it's a surly condiment.
Like, thank you, like you know Mexicans, and I'd be like, yes, I do, and I love you, and I won't even think of putting mostasa on that shit, but extra hot sauce, and they'd be like, yeah.
I'll be real. I don't love it that much. It has to be Dijon, and then what happens
when you come to my house? I bought you Dijon, girl.
Yeah, so thoughtful. So thoughtful.
She's a lover. She's a nurturer.
I do.
Nah.
Or I'm gonna fucking kill you. It's like either I will take care of you to the grave, or I'll just fucking slit your throat. It's like there's.
That is the truth.
So, what are you drinking?
Okay, I'm changing it up. So, one of our listeners, Devin, was like, "You girls are always drinking gin, something, and seltzer," and it was like,
yeah. He's like, this is every drink. Gin, seltzer, something. And I was like, yo, I've called myself out on that. And I love you, Devin. And you're right, because that's totally what I'm drinking today.
It was really funny. I was like, you're so right. That is every drink we make. So I want the listeners to know that. Give us more feedback like that, and I'll make something else, because I made a mezcal drink tonight.
See?
Ooh.
Feedback.
Yeah.
Send us a voice message. We don't care.
Yeah, I'll change it up for you. So
I told you I like mezcal.
Love mezcal.
Yeah, you were like talking to me all
mezcal.
weekend about how much you love mezcal, and I was like, I have a bottle sitting at my house. So I made mezcal with a little bit of, also thinking of you, Micaela, the Curacao, the orange drink.
Curacao.
Yeah, Curacao. Whatever. And then a little bit of lime squeeze, and
unless you're Lil Wayne, then it is Curacao.
Oh yeah, we were listening to Lil Wayne too.
Lil Wayne did correct me this weekend. Okay, Lil Wayne, I know.
Yeah.
It is Curacao.
Yeah, and
Even Lil Wayne knows it's Curacao. Sorry.
it's in the song. Yeah,
That was a good
it
album.
was No Ceilings was the album we were listening to.
That was a banger.
What was I saying? What's in here? Okay.
Sorry.
Mescal,
Curacao. Wait, how? It's
lime.
not blue.
It's orange Curacao, not blue. It comes
Thank
in
you.
different
Okay.
colors.
Why would you not get blue?
I don't know. I borrowed it from Patrick.
Crazy. If you could make something blue, make it.
I'll just have to buy my own because you've been talking about it so much. I've been wanting it more. I'm very.
It looks like alien juice from fucking Star Trek. It's the coolest.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got Curacao, you got Mescal. Is everything rhyme in this drink?
No, because lime is up next. And then
La Mescal.
a little simple syrup.
Limao.
That was good, and I shook it up with ice, and it was good. And then I was like, I want a bigger cocktail, so I added plain ass seltzer.
Always with the seltzer. Yeah. We like highballs. We should just call ourselves the highballers.
Highballers. Oh,
highballers.
Well done.
Highballers.
Well done.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. So yeah, that's what I have. I didn't know what to call it, but maybe the highballer.
I'm gonna call it the highballer. Yeah. Like, yeah, girl.
It's great.
Delicious.
It's really good.
It does sound delicious. Well done.
What are you drinking, Sean Bowtie?
I am okay. So I have transitioned. So whiskey. I have decided whiskey is my winter fall drink, and tequila or mezcal is my summer. So I'm drinking just Don Julio Blanco.
Yummy.
Nice and chilled. It's delicious.
In a mason jar like me. Look.
In a
Tink.
Mason clinkers.
Why didn't you use yours, Ellelectrick?
This glass is from the Monterey Bay Aquarium, and I always like to use it because it reminds me of the aquarium. Love it.
I love it too. I love that aquarium. Let's go.
So great. Yeah.
It is a good aquarium.
I am drinking, Devin, I feel so called out, man. Now I feel like I just don't even want to talk about
it's
it.
Gin.
So nice
it's
about
gin.
it.
No, I'm just kidding. I know. I'm just being silly. I'm drinking gin. I'm drinking Sapphire and peach seltzer and peach tree. A schnapps.
She drinks gin because it rhymes with
Exactly.
Okay.
Dude, I love gin. This is like I was saying to Micaela off the air. I was like, this is special for the podcast, but when I go home or when I'm not recording this, I'm at home. When I'm not recording this, I'm drinking gin. Ring a ding ding.
Well done.
It doesn't give me a hangover. It's most of it.
It's fucking delicious.
It's really the huge part of being an alcoholic is avoiding a hangover in your 40s. So you realize
so gin doesn't give you a hangover.
No.
Interesting.
So
okay, good to know.
So there is
whiskey drinkers take
note.
Well,
actually there's an entire Blunt Letters episode with Scientist Sara where we explore the different toxicity levels of different, because she's a big drinker and she only drinks vodka as a scientist because it gives you less of a hunch.
What's the most toxic? What's the most toxic?
Rum and whiskey. Because the brown liquors have more toxic things in them that give you a hangover.
Careful there.
The white liquors, I know, yeah. The brown, delicious, wonderful liquors give you more of a hangover, and the white, tasteless, neutral liquors actually just don't give you as much of a hangover because there's just not as many toxins in it. So. Gin and vodka is why. I mean, that's why you see old women drinking gin and vodka all the time, because they know they know now how to. Yeah, like that whole Arrested Development thing.
I want us to go out onto the street to accost 99 elderly women and ask them why do you only drink gin and vodka.
I think women are smart enough to get there by 45, 50. Because think about it. Think about our wonderful, iconic alcoholic women, older women. Absolutely fabulous, right?
Oh, yeah.
What did she drink?
Sweetie darling? Vodka.
No idea. I've never seen an episode.
What?
Never seen an episode.
It's so
I know.
It's so
good.
silly.
I'm sorry. I
She
have
was
had
on the
so
young
many
ones.
gays attack
She was
me
on
for
the
this.
young ones. First of all,
I don't.
she's
Okay,
married to
that I've
Adrian
seen.
Edmondson.
Look, I'm sorry.
Chronological thong disorder and you. Has your perineum or taint been feeling out of sorts lately?
My gooch has been feeling a bit theoretical recently.
Do you have a hard time remembering if you put your thong on today or yesterday?
It feels like today, but it smells like yesterday.
Does the tiny strip of fabric between your butt cheeks feel like it may be phasing in and out of space-time, especially when you walk or go downstairs?
It's like it's disappearing and reappearing step by step.
Have you recently purchased and used a UFO alien deterrent device?
Yes.
Then you may be suffering, like dozens of others across the greater New Jersey area, with CTD. CTD is a true urban scourge, and it is spreading quickly outside the bounds of the garbage state.
It's the garden state.
Wait, no, really? That doesn't even make sense. Why they call it the garden state?
And what? Oh, garbage state. Oh, yeah, I see.
Well, regardless, there have been cases of CTD increasing all over the world.
People suffering from CTD may experience
Thongs from the 90s suddenly appearing on your ass.
Thongs shifting in ways that feel like a Stargate or wormhole filled with otherworldly creatures trying to breach your rectum.
your fingers or hand disappeared briefly when picking a wedgie.
2 thongs suddenly existing where there was only one. Some of these doppelgangers are from the evil dimension and should be discarded promptly by a certified trans-quantum Department of Cosmic Evil technician.
A shadow marking your previous whale tail that phases in and out of existence for days after taking off a thong.
Sudden appearance of a thong event horizon.
Your thong becoming 3 times the size and falling off of you in public places.
If you experience inflation thong, stay indoors and seek the help of pushpins in your area.
A burning need for thongoplasty.
Luckily, there's help on the horizon. Currently, our scientists at the String Theory CTD Wellness Center are searching feverishly for a cure to chronological thong disorder.
There have been great strides in progress towards alleviating some of CTD's worst symptoms. Contact the String Theory CTD Wellness Center today if you have been experiencing any of these symptoms, and let us help you to a better thong future today or yesterday. Time is weird.
Oh shit, what's going on here?
I'm singing to, wait, that was the quickest pee. Oh, you didn't need to pee. You just needed to.
No,
you
I did.
Peed? Girl.
I'm glad we have an actual Mexican goth to talk about Mexican Gothic
Hello,
with.
represent.
Oh my God, fuck yeah.
So let's talk about this book. It's when was it published? 2019 or something? Is that right?
So
2016?
who chose the book?
I did.
Ellelectrick. She bought it for me because she read it.
Talk to us about, like, why did you choose it? What was your thought process? What was your process?
It was given to me by a friend of mine who's also a Gemini, and she was reading it while we were hanging out, and then she was like, "Oh, it's spooky." And I was like, "Oh, how spooky? Like gross spooky? Because I can't do that." And she was like, "No, it's cool. It's like, you know, creepy.
Because
It's a little bit
Ellelectrick
gross.
can do creepy, spooky, scary, but not grotesque or gruesome or like violent. You don't like violence.
Although this book did get there.
But you handled it well, I'd say.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, and it was great. And I will take a lot of recommendations. Like, if I am your friend, then I will listen to what you say and take your recommendations, because I think my friends are cool and have good taste. So I decided to read it. But,
interestingly, though, you were like reading it and you're like, I think you'll like this, but I don't know. I think you'll be bored by it, and I was like, "That's
I was
interesting."
bored for the first half, which happens
But was
sometimes
I reading
in
the
books.
other book when you read this? And I was like, I think I was reading the Gods of Jade and Shadow while you read this.
Yeah, and you were like, I don't think I'll be bored. This is really cool. I like
Because
her
I
writing
fell
style.
in love. Like that book, I fell in love with her. Like this is good. But the Gods of Jade and Shadow, I fell in love with this writer. Like that is like a whole nother level, which we'll talk about in the Blunt Letters. We're gonna do a little sister podcast with this episode because we're cool.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But I was reading that book, and so I didn't care. Like that book was so great to me. I didn't give a shit. I needed to read another book by this author. So knowing we could do this podcast, I went for it. And I was not bored by the beginning. Maybe because you told me to be bored. Like maybe you were like, it's going to be boring, and I thought it was going to be bad, and then I was like,
Ooh, reverse psychology.
It happens a lot. You know?
It's actually very true to the goth style where it like unfolds really slowly, and there's like this like big scene setting, and like you have to understand the rules and all that crap. So
it helps that she writes main characters who are female that I actually genuinely like.
Yeah.
So like I want to learn about her. Well, I just want to learn about her. I want to know about her dad. I want to know about her, where she comes from. So it's like, that's one thing I've noticed about her is that I really genuinely like her main characters. So when she does boring shit, I'm like not as bored as like Margaret Atwood, where I'm like, I don't even like these characters. Sorry, I have a hard time with Margaret Atwood. I want to like her, but I'll be like, I'm bored.
I think certain books of hers are more boring than others.
I know. I'll keep trying, but the two books I read by her, I didn't like so far at all.
Anti-Canadian bias. I love it.
Not trying. I mean, again, some people I fall in love with, some I don't. And this author I fell in love with. I really did. Okay. And I could see how it was a little slow at first, but I didn't mind. And you kept checking in with me, and you're like, you sure you like this? Like, you felt almost guilty telling me to read it. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
But the ending is so good. I was like, man, the second half of the book is so good. Like, once it starts picking up momentum, it's like, bam, 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 bam.
I guess knowing that Gothic tales were usually boring at first helped.
Yeah, that's like after I read the what's that boring ass one that's like
you love that white people shit.
I'm trying to remember which one it is because I didn't like it. It's like some House
of Usher.
No, I'll think of
Are you talking about Shirley Jackson? Are you talking about Shirley Jackson?
The house we've always lived in this house.
The Haunting of Hill House.
We've always lived in the castle.
Yeah, we've always lived in the castle.
Oh, you're talking about we've always lived in the castle.
I love that. I love that. And again, I love that. Yeah. So
no, wait a minute.
Lupe.
Is that the one with the little magic girl and the sister at the house and the burning down? Okay, no, not that one. Not that one.
Yeah.
I think it was I'll think of it.
Haunting of Hill House is legitimately very Jamesian and difficult and psychological, and I can totally understand being bored by that book.
Let me look it up.
We Have Always Lived in the Castle is so
I know. I thought it was the castle one because we talked about it earlier. I mean, we talk about books all the time.
I didn't love the castle one that much either, to be honest with you.
I know.
It was Turn of the Screw is what the fuck I'm talking about.
Henry James. That's a man.
Yeah. And that's like old timey. That's like real old timey. It's like a quintessential goth book. I'm like, all right, here we go. Turn of the Screw.
One thing that I learned about this book was like I did like listen to a little bit of some interviews with her, and she said she pulled a lot more of her Gothic influence, not from the romantic ones, but actually from the like the supernatural ones, like Dracula and the Monk and stuff.
But that's weird because she name checks Wuthering Heights and Jane Eyre repeatedly in this book.
She also goes on to say that she wanted to flip the idea of Jane Eyre because there's a lot of racist shit in these books, right? We all know that. So in Jane Eyre, there's this crazy person, right?
Yeah. She's from the Caribbean.
She's
the woman
exotic
and
and she's crazy, right? So she wanted to take that on its head and flip it and have a person of color enter the whiteness. And the whiteness is the madness. And the whiteness is crazy. And I fucking love that shit. Like, that is one of those main themes I saw in this where I was like, she's just flipped this shit on its head. And she was like, yeah. Like, what I wanted to do was take that idea of Jane Eyre and be like, fuck you. every time you put a person of color in these Gothic novels, they're insane, they're mad, they're gross, or they're like tainting the fucking idea of whiteness. And she's like, I want to have the idea that whiteness tainted this person of color.
Which I'll also say the Wide Sargasso Sea does the same thing, and it's also a Jane Eyre book. It's like it's like a prequel to Jane Eyre where it tells the story of the woman in the attic. They talk about like name changing and how significant it is when someone's name, they go from like something to another and the transformation of it.
A lot of her names in this book were actually picked because of racism and eugenics. Like Howard was obviously H.P. Lovecraft's first name, and he was a known racist. Doyle,
he was a monster.
Was, you know,
Sir Arthur Conan
also
Doyle,
a known racist and eugenicist. You know, even like she talks about the yellow wallpaper, which I keep hearing coming up, and I guess I have to read it. I actually don't remember reading it. It's one of those things that I feel like when I go back and read it, I'll actually know this story. Was it Gilman or something? I wrote it down.
Charlotte Perkins Gilman, a
known eugenist, just like in the novel. So I love this author who she's like, I'm going to find a eugenist and use the yellow wallpaper to talk about racism, eugenics, this fucked up science that white people had, and this idea of sullying their fucking blood in Mexico while you're sullying our fucking land with your weird mining, which is like a whole other thing I loved. The caucasity of these people.
One of the. I don't use that term very frequently, but holy shit, this book! I was like, only white people would have the audacity to build a city and a house that doesn't fit the landscape whatsoever, and just stubbornly go forward as if you live in like
Cornwall.
It was different part of the country.
She was inspired by a part of Mexico where it was supposed to look like Little Cornwall.
Still fucking weird.
Gross.
One of my beefs with this book, and I agree, Lupe, that the last third is the
so
best. Good. Is like all the the wedding night. The mushrooms is on point.
I love the mushrooms.
All of the fucking climax and all of the fucking phantasmagoric happens on the wedding night is great. But I did not buy the central romance of the book. And she has her dark-skinned, mestizo, like heroine fall in love with this fucking ugly white dude. Like, what is up with that? Like, I don't understand how that, like, turning the table on previous racist Gothics. You know what I mean?
I feel like, okay.
But no.
Well, maybe
please.
that's like hanging on to the idea of a Gothic theme really hard, where you have to have a romance.
Also, she loves romance.
She does love a romance.
I've read 3 of her novels now. There's always a sappy ass romance at the heart of every book.
That's true.
There is.
But I feel like she should have come back to Mexico City and taken up with the hot Pedro Infante looking dude from the opening scene and been like, actually, I've been through all this fucking shit with these white people. They crazy.
I actually agree.
And I'm back, baby. And like, let's pick 100%. It up.
100%.
That was my feeling.
That was like a
that.
Convenience thing. I was like, as soon as she hits the city again, that guy is out of here.
Or she just got some white boy fetish. Like some people I know.
He was not, and he stood by while she was dragged into a room with a naked fucking boil-infested fucking white eugenicist monster, and he just stood there and let that man vomit black bile into her mouth.
So fucking gross.
What the fuck? I would never forgive a man for that. I would never forgive a man for that.
That's some fucking unbelievable shit. Like, that's what I said. It's like, I think she would have just used him to get the information that she needed. And then once she was free of that house, be like, see you later. Sorry about your fucked up family.
But she had a nice heart. I think it was just like she had a kind heart. She was a save-a-ho.
Well, then be friends. You don't have to be in love.
Well, maybe they end up friends. Who knows? They kind of leave it ambiguous. Like
you want to love someone.
No, the last sentence
could break
is
up
the
in 2 years.
third kiss was. No, the last sentence is the third kiss was for love.
Yeah, and I kissed my husband for love, and I've had 3 of them. I'm just saying that might not last. She might be like, "You're actually a fucking weirdo." And that boyfriend, she breaks up with him in like 2 years. You know.
I hope so.
You're right. I will say.
He was fucking horrible.
No,
Fuck him.
I absolutely agree. But also, he was being like overcome by the mycelium, right? Because there was this whole,
he's
like,
part
mind
mycelium.
control thing.
I mean, that doesn't just leave you. I don't think you just.
Excuses.
Borg. It's like a Borg trying to break.
Is that why my last boyfriend was so shitty? Is that he was overcome by the mycelium? I would still be like, you're a little bitch.
I mean, I don't know. Did he eat some weird ass mushrooms that?
Oh, he did like mushrooms.
Maybe
actually.
he was part mycelium.
I like mushrooms too.
Dude, that shit doesn't leave you. It reminded me of like Annihilation. Remember that movie Annihilation?
Yes.
I feel like I need to watch that again because I didn't like it
What?
that much, and then everyone's like, "It's so good."
You didn't like
I
it?
didn't like it either.
What?
I was confused.
Brain exploded.
I found myself laughing.
I thought
I
everything
was like,
looked really cool. I loved how beautiful it was. I thought it was really beautiful. Well, there's a whole series of books for that too. It's like some Van der.
No, I'll watch it again. I'll probably like it more. But I saw it in the theaters, and I was like, I was also with someone else who was like laughing at it and being like, "This sucks."
Me.
Oh, it was you. Okay, I was like, "This sucks."
We went to see that together.
Oh shit. Okay.
And the bear scene, and I was laughing, and I was like, "You dumb fuck." I don't know. I was just like not having it, but I'll watch it again.
It actually. I would watch it again just because I think it's so pretty, and it reminds me a little bit of Margaret Atwood's Oryx and Crepe, which
I know love it.
I love it.
And I was like, but there's been movies I only liked upon the second watching, so I'll admit that.
Yeah. I want to read the books too, but I think it's by a European
Jeff Vandermeer.
person.
Yeah, you got to wait till 2024 for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was inspired by Florida. I don't know if you know this. I went to grad school in Florida, and he was living in Florida when he conceived of the whole idea of that trilogy, which was like life, like out of control, like just building upon itself. I mean, like a lot of the like shit going on in this book, where it's like just like life trying to take hold and like reproduce itself mindlessly in order to exist, which is like the foundation of those books. But the only part of Annihilation I hated was when Tessa Thompson, a goddess, turns into a plant. That was the part where I was like, wait, what the fuck? Tessa Thompson deserves better than this.
I've got to watch it again. I don't know. I wanted to, you know what happened? It was one of those movies I wanted to love, which happened with The Box. And I didn't really like The Box.
Oh,
right.
The
and
Box.
I didn't like The Box in theaters. And then I watched it a second time and thought I was the dumbest person in the world for not loving it. And now I love it. So I'll watch it again, guys. I'll watch it again.
Do you find yourself surrounded by too many collectible mesh tank tops from the 70s to the point of having a panic attack?
What? No.
Have you ever felt like chopping off all your neighbor's hair while they slept and then try selling it back to them later as a form of witchcraft blackmail?
No. What is this an ad for?
Are your feet slowly disappearing into another dimension full of phosphorin flesh-eating squid?
Is this some new Adult Swim show, or
Is an underground cabal searching for you because of your sacred bloodline, and they want to clone you for the Armageddon?
No.
Do mashed potatoes make you cry? Do you need to cook 90 pounds of ziti by early tomorrow morning and just can't find the time?
Yo, Jesus fucking Christ. If you're not selling anything, what is this? Is this supposed to be funny?
Has your favorite podcast been interrupted by inane questions leading to nowhere?
Wait, yes.
Well, I have the answer.
Great. What is it?
Shut the fuck up! Shut up! We're trying to listen to a fucking podcast here, you know!
Fine.
Oh, wow. Thanks.
That'll be $100.
Wait, what the fuck?
Brought to you by the people who would tell other people to shut the fuck up for a flat rate of just $100. Flat rate $100 at flatrate100.com.
So, Sean, earlier you had said that the mycelium kind of overwhelms, and then you had talked about how it's just like mindlessly goes forward and like propagates and takes over. And then I thought about that as like a analogy for colonialism in this book, because it's very colonialism, colonialist, I should say, because they have like High Place, which in and of itself, they chose to name their house High Place, already putting down everything that's there as Low Place by just like default. And then also they are coming into another country and like totally relocating, but keeping everything about their culture and customs and not taking anything in, and then disenfranchising the people that were there. And like, what's more colonialist than that? So I think the fact that the mycelium permeates the house and it grows into the walls and into all of them and all of that gloom, they like call it gloom or whatever. It's like they're just so entrenched in this culture of colonialism too, that they're just like the Borg, like you said.
Well,
You're like,
yeah.
overwhelmed
And
by
like
this.
one of the main points of the book is that like all the miners and all the locals get murdered essentially by this propagating mycelium. And in fact, I think our heroine points that out, and she's like, dude, you should have fucking, like, you knew that all of these miners were getting fucking killed by this shit, and you didn't do anything about it, as like one of her main like sticking points.
Yep.
You know?
I love the mining part of this, where she's like, first they were exploited by the Spanish, and then the British came in and did it all over again.
Yeah.
And like the mass graves and
Yeah,
all that. Oh,
yeah.
I actually wrote that down as like one of my favorite parts. And she talks about it a lot in that interview. And I was like, fuck, yeah, it's fucking crazy.
And then even in the body, right? Because the mycelium is all powered by like the body of an indigenous woman. And it's like, it's literally sacrificed,
For
to build
whiteness.
Yeah, colonialist ideals,
Literally
on the bodies of the indigenous people.
It's such a great metaphor. Like, she's heavy-handed, but in a way I don't care. It's like I appreciate it, right? And it's like, because it's thoughtful. And so it's like she's just like, oh yeah, you take this indigenous woman giving her literal life force to keep these white people alive and prosperous for all eternity. And it's like, what better metaphor for fucking colonialism is there?
Yeah. So the mycelium, I think, is a really powerful symbol in the whole book. I think it's a really interesting way to bring nature into it.
And she was like, it's just fucking cool.
It's cool.
Like, someone was like, why mushrooms? She's like, because they're cool.
Yeah, we talk a lot about mycelium on the blunt letters because it's just so interesting.
She was like, simply just, yeah, we do. We did a whole episode about mycelium, and then our last episode was about how perhaps these stumps have fungus living in them and talk to each other and cross the street and move because of it. It's like, who knows what they can do. We're obsessed. So I like.
And this shit is in the culture right now. Are you aware of the show The Last of Us? Are you watching it?
We did a whole episode on it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So like
that's how
when we talked about
mycelium.
Is we talked about The Last of Us and if it's actually plausible, and then we talked about scientists who talk about how it's plausible and da 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 da.
Yeah, and she even talk about the cicada in the book as like one of the local points of like mycelial bacteria like overtaking an organism, and it becomes like kind of a mini symbol within the book.
Yeah, like zombified.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
And again, obviously it's, whiteness, diluting the culture. It tries to be, it colonizes, right? Same idea. Or like the whiteness taking over and infecting a culture in general. It's just like, it's such a great metaphor all around.
Yeah.
And again, we're talking heavy metaphors in Gothic literature. Fucking Dracula.
I have to say, I was
Xenophobia.
I was really happy that Catalina was the one who not only like savagely attacks the patriarch in that bedroom scene, but also is the one who like stabs, what's his name? What's the name of the like Tristan. Oh no, it's Virgil. No, you're right. It's Virgil.
It says
no, it's Virgil. It's Virgil.
The husband is Virgil.
It says bad boy.
And she's the one who fucking stabs him in the fucking eye and fucking drives the knife into his brain.
Yeah.
I was very satisfied that she was the one who like dealt all the killing blows to like the patriarchs.
The ending was very, very satisfying.
It was very satisfying. And I have to say, I wasn't 100% on board with the book until that like climactic shit goes down. And then I was like
80% of the people I've talked to.
Oh, seriously?
Most people say the first part's boring and the ending's great. Like online, on Goodreads, at the bookstore.
I liked the opening and the closing, but it was the middle part where I was like, okay, yada yada yada.
But I felt like that was the Gothic part where it's like you just have to go through it, and I got there. And again, that's when you read fast. I mean, like, is that weird? It's like, there's parts where you read slow.
That's called skimming.
Yeah, you skim. It's like that's where you read. That's why people like you read so fast. I'm like, well, I'm skimming the boring parts to get to the good parts. I mean, it's like I'm taking it in, but how much you have to take in those scenes in the graveyard? Not too much. Not too much.
There's a lot of stuff,
right?
That's
so just
like,
get past it.
It's
like the first part of Master of the Margarita. Remember, I told you to read that, and I was like, listen, you're gonna fucking try to give up after the first 3 chapters, but don't give up. It gets so good. It's gonna be the best book you ever read. And then the first thing I did after reading Master and the Margarita was go back and read the first 2 chapters again, because all of a sudden, in context, it was very exciting. So it's like, you just have to get through certain parts of a book sometime, and that's what I reminded myself with Mexican Gothic, because you told me that.
Okay, I've never read it.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Is it good?
It's hard to find.
Oh, I have a copy. I've just never gotten around to it.
Oh, no. Stop reading what you're reading and read it now.
Oh, fuck.
It's one of the greatest. You would be sad if you didn't read it before you died. And again, the beginning's a little boring, but it's also funny, and like just take it with a grain of salt and don't try to remember everyone's name. Like just get through
those
it.
Russians with their names.
Right. Yeah. Just get through it, but then also just like concentrate on the devil. Concentrate on like the fun part.
Concentrate on the devil, Micaela. What do you think I'm doing every day? Okay.
A lot of people can't get it.
I'm concentrating on the devil when I wake up and when I go to bed. Okay.
And I will say that about Mexican Gothic. Like, just get through it, just you'll get the gist of it. You're like, oh, you're making fun of Jane Eyre. You're making fun of fucking Dracula, which is also boring.
At the beginning.
Dracula's also boring in the beginning. Frankenstein also very boring in the beginning. Sorry, it is.
Sorry, Mary Shelley.
Am I wrong?
No. They all build.
Moby Dick.
I'm with you on Dracula. Okay, do not call out Moby Dick like that. But I'm with you on Dracula. I'm with you on Dracula.
Definitely Dracula is boring.
It's boring as fuck. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Frankenstein doesn't start off boring because it starts off in the Arctic, and he's like, "What's up?"
I'm sorry. Frankenstein's amazing.
It is amazing. You're right. Frankenstein's not that boring in the beginning. I take that back. But Dracula's super boring in the beginning, and
first I drove to here, then I drove to there.
Yeah.
I'm a guy on a road. I'm on a road trip by myself.
It's like, what is this, a fucking Hobbit? I didn't sign up for high fantasy, you shitbag.
Oh, fuck. please.
I just had to be like, I had to just tell some dude, I was like, I don't like Lord of the Rings. I don't know what you're talking about. And I do not like high fantasy, especially written by a bigot. And I was like, boner killer? I don't know.
Mic drop.
If you wonder about dark matter, missing links, and wild lives of scientists, space updates, and cutting-edge technological breakthroughs, then this is a podcast you've been looking for.
Join hosts Micaela Superstar and Ellelectrick.
And Gerbil.
Shut up, Gerbil!
For a drink and a savvy science conversation that gives you fuel for your nerdiest discourse and jokes you can't wait to rip off.
Check out our website at thebluntletters.com, our new home on the interwebs for all things blunt letters.
Follow us and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, including Apple Podcasts.
The Blunt Letters Podcast, subversively nerdy. You know what I thought was interesting? She said that she named the main character, what was her name? Noemi. Her last name was the same name as like a filmmaker, a Mexican filmmaker from the 60s who did a bunch of who did 4 different Gothic
Carl
films.
Enrique Taboada.
Tecawade?
Yeah.
Tecawade?
Taboada. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought that she's so cute. Like,
don't
she's
know.
always picking the names to mean stuff. So I like that she named her main character after that guy.
I like when people put thought into that too, because it gives you a little clue to the character if you choose to follow it down the rabbit hole. It's an old timey thing. You know, Shakespeare did that. Like, that's old. Is there like a goth trope where you name characters after certain things?
I don't know. You guys are the fucking college.
I mean, I don't
types. You
remember.
tell me.
Everybody's always like named Mary or some shit, you know? So
Yeah. I don't know.
And
You tell me.
I don't recall there being.
Isn't there a Mary in this book? Isn't she the servant who gets her neck slashed by Noemi? I think she's the servant who gets her neck slashed by our lead character, is Mary.
It's always like
Ooh.
in those
at
gothic
the
novels, it's always
end,
like
right?
Mary and Jane and Anne and all those like high British names. Catherine, Victoria.
Mary, yeah. Ours, Mary repeated.
Yeah,
Then
Mary,
clenched
baby.
her teeth like a wild animal, and Noemi could hardly see, so bad was the pain. Her eyes watered, her throat was on fire. Suddenly the woman was yanked away, and Noemi was able to breathe, taking in air in huge, desperate gulps as she gripped the dresser with one hand. Francis had walked in. He pulled the maid off of Noemi, but now the woman was clawing at him, her mouth opening wide to unleash a hideous screech. She shoved him down onto the floor, her hands around his neck, bent over him like a bird of prey, ready to devour a piece of carrion. Noemi picked up a straight razor and approached them. "Stop!" she cried out, and the woman turned around, screeching. "Ah!" Naomi, ready to sink those hands into her neck again and crush her windpipe. She knew then a dizzy sort of terror, pure and overwhelming, and she slashed at the woman's throat once, twice, 3 times.
A lady.
Eating flesh, and women did not cry out. She fell to the ground in a silent face first.
Poor Mary.
Poor Mary.
Because
You're
she
right.
wasn't she just, weren't they all villagers who were the servants in the house?
But what are you gonna do? They were already it's like being a zombie. It's like you're already taken over. It's like The Last of Us. You're already taken over. Just kill you.
It's
Mary,
it's
white
not fair,
punchers,
you know.
or whatever.
It was a good book, though. I liked it. It encouraged. I like I said, it was the second book I read by her, but I gotta say, it's not my favorite. Like, I've read 2 other books by her right now that I like a lot more. I think she's really worth exploring. You guys.
I like Gods of Jade and Shadow a lot more, which is in the Blunt Letters. We're going to talk about.
Reminds me a lot more of Master and Margarita, like a lot.
And it's a lot more exciting from the jump.
It's magical realism as opposed to just horror and gothic stuff. But
oh fuck,
it's really good actually.
I like
it's
that.
fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
It's like it ends on like you might have a sequel, and you were like desperately hoping there's a sequel. That's how cool the main character is.
100%. Yeah.
100%, right? Like, aren't you like hoping she writes a sequel?
I was like,
so
what's going to
bad?
happen on the next adventure?
I fell in love with her. So Cassiopeia, I fell in love with 100%.
Oh, you know, there's a great song that's by Joanna Newsom called Cassiopeia that every time I think of that name, I think of that song. But probably only nerds will like that. Enjoy.
Well, I wanted to
book.
say, you know what this book made me think of was Frontiers.
Interesting.
Because it's a movie that Micaela and I talked about in our French horror episode. And that was also about raging Nazis, like bringing a woman of color like into the family as
to,
a
procreate.
Receptacle of procreation.
Yeah.
I listened to that episode. Yeah.
But I felt like in both, like the racist politics are iffy, because it's like, if these were like full-blown Nazis, like would they really want to bring a woman of color into their bloodline? Right. You know what I mean? And I thought that was like a little sus in both that movie and this book, where I was like, well, why would you want the darker?
Because they talk about eugenics, at least in the book, and he's like, oh, it's been shown that sometimes primitive blood can make us stronger and have these things. Like, he was like, actually, eugenicist that was like, oh, maybe it's actually the combining of the bloods that make us stronger. And I think that's what... It's like, here's what happens. Nazis are dumb as fuck, and so they think that inbreeding is going to work. That's why most of them are dumb and dumb.
Yeah. Okay.
But once every 1,000 Nazis says, wait a minute, I think this is bad. We should have a brown person genes in here because we know we won't fuck our cousins. And then that's where this story comes in. Is that someone's like, oh, maybe we actually need to go outside of our bloodline so we just don't have the Habsburg. Because the author even talks about how she gives people the Habsburg chin, just like H.P. Lovecraft had.
Once every 1,000 Nazis is definitely,
you have to mix it up with not your cousin.
A zine. Okay, the only other beef that I want to call attention to is she makes a big deal about Howard, the like evil patriarch, can like hear everything going on in the house, and like you're not allowed to speak Spanish in the house. And so when what's the like lame boy's name, the like weak boy, Francis, and so they decide to speak Spanish in the house instead. But like, don't you think that like if Howard heard them speaking Spanish, he'd be like, yo bitch, why are you speaking Spanish in my house? Right, you're not allowed to speak Spanish. And that doesn't I just thought that was like an oversight.
I think that Howard was like, oh, good. My ugly little son is making time with this Spanish girl who's going to bring some good blood in the family because he's going to have secret little love conversations. I think he knew it meant they were going to get married, which was ultimately what they really wanted from her. So why would Howard interfere with their little secret fucking conversations when he could just enable that and let them have their little secret quote unquote affair when he knew everything? He knew they were having secret conversations, but he wanted her to marry him. And it worked. It worked a little bit too. He was smart enough to know that if he allowed them to have these secret Spanish conversation, it would make her trust him, right? Which worked. And then she married the motherfucker and then saved his stupid ass and then fell in love with his little wormy self. So, like, was Howard wrong? No. Howard was absolutely right to ignore those conversations and let them happen no matter what they were saying because he was all powerful. He would not let them escape in his mind, right? It didn't matter what they said. It didn't matter what this little fucking Spanish-speaking brown girl said because the white man was going to do what he wanted no matter what these little plans were. He didn't think that her words were important enough to give a shit. Okay, well, and so he let it happen so that they could fall in love. And it gave her a sense of having a trust in his son, who otherwise would probably never bag a hot fucking feisty Mexican woman who was badass enough to be the final girl. That's my take on it. He knew.
This cake's got icing.
Yeah, he allows indulgences as long as they serve him, right? Because he's indulges her a little bit at the table when she gets there too.
I've learned in her books, always give the female the benefit of the doubt of doing the smartest thing in the situation, or the white people doing the worst possible thing in the situation. You know what I mean? So it's like Howard was just allowing it, and she was knowing that. Like, she knew she was being allowed, because again, in her books, you can for the first time in so long, I can just assume the woman is the smartest, most capable person in the story. How wonderful. So I think that even the girl knew that he knew that they were speaking Spanish, Like, she knew, but she still fucking got her out of it. It didn't matter. Like, they were like calling each other's bluffs, essentially, in that moment. He was like, go ahead and speak Spanish, bitch. And she's like, oh, I will. You know, it's like, I think it was them being like, who is the superior person? And I think in this woman's writing, you can always bet on the woman of color. And that's why I like it. And maybe it's a little predictable, but it's a prediction I like. Because, yeah, the people of color always come out ahead, and I'm down with that. So, yay!
Yay! Women of
Spoiler
color.
alert! Spoiler alert! The whiteys don't win.
Whitey's no win.
Okay. So anyway, great book. I'm so happy we got to talk about it. Anything else you guys want to add or talk about with this book, or suggest other readings based on this novel that you might suggest for people?
I think definitely read more books by Silvia Mereno-Garcia, and read the Wide Sargasso Sea, because that's just a great book that addresses like the Jane Eyre stereotypes, and a lot of like feminist ideas come through in a beautiful story. And
Okay, I'll read it.
it's also a movie. If you want to watch the
Okay.
movie, you can watch it too. It's not as good, but I don't know. People hate reading, so there's a movie.
I love reading.
Yeah,
I'll read it.
me too. I love reading.
Any Gothic novels you would suggest? I know you like white people shit, girl.
Yeah, but not this stuff so much. I tried to read that what did I even say? Henry James, and I was like, what? And then I tried.
You're more like a Jane Austen girl, right?
No,
That's not Gothic.
I like to.
No, I always think that.
I like to watch Jane Austen books be turned into movies, but I don't know, man. I like more like 19th or no 20th century white people shit, like Salinger and Margaret Atwood and stuff like
New
that.
romantic stuff. New romantic Gothic, I think is what it's called, right?
Yeah, I've just recently started reading more Gothic stuff besides the classics, like, you know, the Brontes and Mary Shelley and, you know, Henry James now, but I haven't read a lot of the Gothics before maybe 2020.
Me neither. Yeah. It hasn't been my thing. This was like a delving into a weird place I wasn't, like, I was familiar with because they shove it down your throat, but
Right.
nothing I've usually read, right?
Yeah, I didn't like Jane Eyre as a teenager when I first read it because I was like, who cares? And then
I'm still there, I'm pretty sure.
I'm
still there.
I went to college, and then I read The Wide Sargasso Sea, and I was like, whoa, this is about Jane Eyre. That book sucked. And then I reread it, and I was like, oh no, it wasn't so bad. I was just surly.
It's like when Tom Waits fans hear Captain Beefheart for the first time and realize it was from the 60s. You're like, oh, Tom Waits kind of sucks. And you're like, I mean, he's derivative.
Yeah.
And there's this guy he ripped off that's way better. So why bother?
I really like science fiction, and I really like weird shit. So I feel like the Gothic stuff was like missing, actually. And so I've been making more of an effort to read more of it.
I guess, if you have to. I mean, again, like, I disregarded so much of it and was like, I'm just going to go for sci-fi and horror. Like,
I feel like the way that you went on
Skincare.
a trip with Silvia Mereno-Garcia, I go on trips with genres where I'm like, okay, let me read like the quintessential books of this genre so I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Gemini, you know,
English major.
enough to have a conversation, not enough to actually give a shit.
I got you.
Yeah. I feel like Virgos are like Geminis, so it's better discipline because they'll just be like, let me think about this harder and longer.
Geminis and Virgos have always been my best friends because you're super analytical.
I'm going to be the white guy on this podcast who represents for the turn of the screw.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Lupe, you didn't vibe with it, but I think it's incredible. Also, the figure in the carpet and the beast in the jungle are two stories by Henry James that I would definitely recommend. I would recommend, and I was going to bring Shirley Jackson to the party, which was saying that, like, if you are interested,
I like Shirley Jackson.
Okay,
I do.
If you were interested in the American offshoot of the Gothic, I would definitely read We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. It's an incredible novella. It's
really
so
like it.
fucking, oh my God.
It's so weird. I love it.
It's a Southern Gothic.
It reminds me of the House of Yes, right? It's like before that. It's like sets that whole side. It's like that kind of like rich, white, creepy motherfuckers. Like the House of Yes was actually felt like my introduction to Shirley Jackson because I came later to that. And I was like, I was like, oh my God, it reminds me of just these like weird old money fuckers.
Well, and if you read The Turn of the Screw and you really loved it and you're interested in Shirley Jackson, you should read The Haunting of Hill House, which is an incredible. I mean, Shirley Jackson is one of my favorite writers.
Interesting. Okay.
The Sundial is like a really fucking dark fucking satirical Gothic. That I would highly recommend. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, I can't wait to read all this stuff next year.
I did really like Flannery O'Connor as well. Which when you said Southern Gothic, I was like, oh,
Wise Blood.
Wise Blood. Yeah.
Wise Blood is great. A Good Man is Hard to Find. Amazing shit. Flannery O'Connor's a genius.
Can either of you guys speak at all to that yellow wallpaper? Because
I think that's Kate Chopin. Wait, Yellow Wallpaper is like a story?
That's Charlotte Perkins Gilman. That's a short story.
Why do people keep telling me to read it?
Oh, I guess I gotta read
so
that
many
too.
things I've been like, so many things I've been reading about or watching have been like referencing the yellow wallpaper.
Yeah, I mean, if
doesn't Kate Chopin reference that in Awakening?
Give me the spoiler.
The Awakening is Kate Chopin's novella.
She talks about the wallpaper kind of boxing her in and creating this like prison of normal, like normal people prison.
Normalcy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what's the yellow wallpaper about? Same thing?
Yellow Wallpaper. The Yellow Wallpaper is about a woman trapped in a room. It's like a early feminist.
Like losing herself in the wallpaper, maybe?
She goes mad in this room and she feels like there are figures in the wallpaper. And
which is also in The Awakening, right? That's the same thing.
My memory of The Awakening is very dim.
It's fucking boring too.
Okay, that very well may be.
That's right. Okay, I just wanted to know because I was like, some part of me thinks I read it, and then other part of me is just like, there's so many things that references it.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, the first season of The Sinner, people talked about the yellow.
Read it if you're like, I just want to check this off.
What is it, like 30 pages?
It's not very long. No, it's not very long.
It'll take me like 10 minutes.
I'll read it. I want to know.
I would just say if you want to check it off your like reading list of like, I've read the Yellow Wallpaper. It's not a piece of fiction that particularly moved me, but I don't want to like be the guy telling a bunch of women what to read by women writers.
No, I get it. I was just kind of like, give me your opinion. Because like, again, like a lot of things have read, like I said, that first season of Sinner, which I love. Like it's one of my favorite TV
I think
shows
it, remember what you were saying about Captain Beefheart? Mm-hmm. Okay. I think it's like the DNA of a lot of shit that came after it. I imagine reading the
Okay,
Yellow
that's what I
Wall.
mean.
Okay, I imagine reading the Yellow Wallpaper when it was published must have been like,
I've been like,
what the fuck? We've
I
never
can get
read
into that
anything like
mindset.
this before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
can get into that.
like reading it after you've read a bunch of other shit that's like iterated
Derivative?
off of it. Yeah. Like, well, I would say iterate.
1892.
Yeah,
Okay,
I would say iterated off of it, not like, derivative, but I feel like that's too
Mhm.
like derogatory of a framing, but I
Right.
would say like try it out if you're interested. I mean, it's a quick read and then you can decide, okay, no, thank you. Or if you find something meaningful in it, it's definitely an interesting piece of fiction. So, why not? Right?
No, I know. It's like, how long could it possibly take me to read
It
this?
can't take you very long.
This book took me like 4 days, so we're good.
All
It's
right,
like,
girl.
I'm doing it. But great. I just wanted to get your opinions because I keep hearing about it, and I was like, so I guess I'll read this fucking short story, So
What the fuck
which
is your story, girl?
I just reject a lot of stuff from like these scholarly types at first.
Academia.
I do.
Well,
I do.
sometimes they know what we're talking about,
A lot of it's just white people shit. And I'm like, is there like, so there's just no people of color that were smart ever and you don't want to teach that? Like, that just sounds wrong.
So I mean, a lot of stuff was
That
lost.
doesn't sound true.
I mean, it's like
I feel
the past was wiped away. That's true.
Yeah.
And so
Well,
it's like things don't
and
survive.
It's your job to just dig
and
it up. How about
I
that?
do feel, oh my God,
Literary archaeologist.
I can't believe I'm about to say this. I do think things need to be read in their cultural context. You know what I mean? And
No, I get it.
in historical context. So like if you're capable of being willing to like indulge in something within its historical and cultural context, like go for it. If you're like, fuck that, fuck all that shit, like I also get that and like absolutely fuck it, So it's up to the individual. I think it's important
to read it to be able to rebel against it. So
sure.
I'll read it.
It's like knowing your
does.
history, right? It's like you
she
have
did
to
with
know
Jane
what
Eyre.
you're building on. Yeah.
Exactly.
What are
Yeah.
you building
Which made
into
this
the
novel
context?
so brilliant to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it. I think it was great, but I think she's an amazing writer. I can't wait to read her new take on the daughter of Dr. Moreau.
Yes.
Fuck you.
no.
Really? That's a thing?
Yes.
I wanted to tell you.
She wrote a novel about like the daughter of Dr. Moreau.
Mhm.
Dude.
And she's like on the island, and I'm like, oh my God. It's South America, or she's in like Mexico, and it's like a tropical island of Dr. Moreau, and she's the daughter.
You go, Silvia Mereno-Garcia.
You
You go.
Dude,
You go.
I love her.
When I
Nerd.
was refreshing myself for this podcast, I was Googling the Mexican Gothic. Hulu bought the rights to Mexican Gothic in 2020 for a 10-episode series. But it was 2020, so nothing happened. But they have the rights to it now.
I can't wait. They'll make it. I hope they buy the Gods of Jade and Shadow because I want to see the guy who plays the gods because I want to pretend I'm going to fuck him someday because, oh my God, that main character would be so hot.
Have you read Borges?
No.
Borges? No.
Oh,
Is it
dude.
Luis Borges?
Yeah, Luis Borges. I would read Ficciones, The Garden of Forking Paths. I mean, that is some fucking iconic Latin American literature.
Ooh, give it
Like,
to us. Give us a million things.
Definitely read Borges or read Jose Donoso's The Obscene Bird of Night is also just an amazing piece of weird fiction. I don't know that I would frame it as a Gothic per se, but if you're interested in weird fiction and you're interested in Latin American fiction, read Donoso, read Borges. Like there's a lot of good shit there. I mean, Latin American literature is fucking incredible shit. There's tons of incredible shit there.
That's why
start
we're trying
there.
To exploit it.
Yeah,
we're trying
start
to explore
there.
It.
Start there, baby.
OMG, where did you get that huge cigar? It's the size of a party sub sandwich.
I went down to Big Blazing Cigars. They have the world's largest selection of the world's largest cigars.
Does size matter?
Wrap your lips around this monster and you tell me what you think.
Oh no, I can't handle it.
Well, if you think you can handle big blazing cigars, head on down and take a look at all that BBC has to offer.
Do they have small cigars too?
No. Come on down. We have a limited edition t-shirt giveaway every weekend. Grab your I'm Down with BBC tees and be the talk of the town.
I've made so many friends with my BBC t-shirt.
Big blazing cigars.
I want to ask what weird fiction is, because I heard that in this interview. I read about it, and then you just said it, and I want to understand it.
Okay, Micaela. All right. Are you okay? So weird fiction is basically the genre of almost like cosmic horror that was popularized by H.P. Lovecraft. But weird fiction does not begin with H.P. Lovecraft, okay? And in fact, there are 4 to 5 writers that I would point to prior to H.P. Lovecraft that kind of actually are the proto weird fiction. Like they create the genre. You know how like a band gets famous for a sound that earlier unsung bands actually created?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I would say about
Interpol.
Okay, thank you. H.P. Lovecraft is Interpol. Okay. But like, who are the progenitors of the genre? Here's what I would say. If you want to go back, I would say Herman Melville's The Piazza Tales and the Nathaniel Hawthorne novel The Marble Faun are 2 progenitors of weird fiction. But I would say the main writers of weird fiction prior to Lovecraft are Algernon Blackwood, who is a G and who is my guy. Okay, I am an Algernon.
I think I've read him.
Okay. Have you read The Willows?
Fuck, I don't.
Okay.
I think this came like a long time ago.
If you want to
know how you've just read weird shit your whole life and you're like, that sounds so familiar, but I won't know it till I read it again.
Okay, sure.
And it's happened to you probably like 5 dozen times.
Absolutely. If you want to know what weird fiction is, read The Willows. The Willows by Algernon Blackwood, or read The Wendigo. But read The Willows first. The Wendigo is also by Algernon Blackwood. Yes. I would also read The Ghost Stories of M.R. James, and particularly his first collection called Ghost Stories of an Antiquary. I would read as like the definition of what weird fiction is. And Lovecraft literally rips off Blackwood and James, in a million different ways. I would also read Lord Dunsany is a huge weird fiction guy. I would read.
I've heard of him.
Robert W. Chambers' The Yellow King as a.
I've heard of that too. Okay, wait.
As
you know what? I'm acting like I can't just listen to this later and edit it and write it down.
As a progenitor of weird fiction, Robert W. Chambers, Lord Dunsany, M.R. James, fucking Algernon Blackwood, like those are the G's. The Empty House by Algernon Blackwood, The Empty House and Other Stories is an iconic collection of weird fiction. Okay.
Yep.
There's a ton of great shit out there.
Yeah.
But weird fiction is essentially another way of saying cosmic horror, which is horror in which the horror is unimaginable shit that is multidimensional,
like Cthulhu, just like old gods rising up the size of mountains.
Absolutely,
nothing you can do about it.
And if you want the original old god shit, read The Willows by Algernon Blackwood. That is
I'm so excited.
The old god shit. The Willows is one of my favorite pieces of fiction ever written. It's incredible. I don't know, Micaela, do you know I'm working on a horror novel right now? I don't know if we talked about this. Yes. And
you told me about the punk rock musical.
Well, those were ideas. But the current book I'm working on is heavily indebted to the weird fiction of Algernon Blackwood and M.R. James. Yeah. So that shit is amazing. Read Ghost Stories of an Antiquary by Elmer James and read The Willows and the Wendigo by Algernon Blackwood. Like, that is the shit.
Dope. Thank you for answering my question, Professor.
Welcome. You're welcome.
We should just call you Professor.
I'm Professor Bowtie, and I do not wear bow ties. Okay, because that would that would be too on the nose.
I like that.
But I'm coming to you straight through candlelight.
Dude, Professor Bowtie.
Oh my God.
That's your new nickname.
My students just call me Bowtie because it's like fun and why not?
Yeah.
Thank you, Professor.
Bowtie.
Yeah.
I would definitely call you
Bowtie. Sorry, I'm drunk now.
I like when you're drunk.
I know, it's fun.
Do you have anything to add, Lupe? Electric? You have anything to add, Electric?
Just thanks for having me on to discuss this book because it's really cool.
Yeah, it is really good.
And it combines my nerdiness for literature with my being Mexican. So so it's nice.
Thank you for pushing your Mexican on me once again. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I did, huh? Yeah, well, you like it so much.
I really do. I feel like Polacks and Mexicans really are like cosmically linked somehow. We have a lot in common.
I've had a lot of Polak friends.
We have a lot in common.
Yeah. I have a lot in common with a lot of cultures that are like still not white. Like I noticed there's a lot of similarities between Mexican culture and Chinese culture, which I think is Pacific Rim. I've had a working theory on that recently.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool to just talk about this book and this author, and I'm excited to talk about it again for the Blunt Letters, or talk about her again.
So
because like you said, we've just been obsessed with Silvia Mereno-Garcia since we started reading her books.
Yeah, I'm on book number 4. I'm on book number 4 in a row. I'm just like, I'm gonna just go through them. I get obsessed and I just want to read all the books, and and so I'm on like Velvet Night.
Velvet
was the night, which is so far so good. I really like it again. I like them. I like Elvis.
Yeah, it's really cool.
One of the main
it's really cool. Like all of her characters are really interesting, and I really like reading her stuff.
Well formed
to find out these kind of like noir stories. Like, you know, I think that certain dark things is kind of giving me a noir vibe.
It's so good. I'm really into that. But so far, my favorite has been Gods of Jade and Shadow, which again, if you guys listen to both podcasts, me and Electric will be talking about on the next Blunt Letters after this Bleed With Me. We're going to have a double take on Silvia because we love her so much. And so that book is a little bit more like magical realism, a little more sci-fi, which is also what I call religion. So, you know, so thanks so much, Electric, for coming on the show.
Thank you, Electric.
I'm glad that my two bestie friends for the longest have been able to meet. I think it's so cool. It's like if you plot your life out as like what's the name of the graph where you plot different points on an axis?
Timeline?
Okay.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
Okay, that might very well be. I'm at the beginning, and Electric is at the current moment, and now it's this is what we call a convergence episode. Yeah. It's a full convergence.
It's really amazing. Yeah, it's like my two bestest friends ever.
I'm honored.
Thanks for listening to Bleed With Me podcast. We'll be here every other Tuesday to hear about all things horror. And if you want to hear more Micaela Superstar, please check out my other podcast I do with my bestie Electric. It's called just simply The Blunt Letters. Follow us on Instagram and YouTube, TikTok, all those places to see what we're doing, to get updates about this podcast and my other, and even just go to our website and buy all kinds of stuff and look at our lives at thebluntletters.com. Sean's Secret Seance, our new podcast every Wednesday, opposite of Bleed With Me. So if you want more horror, you don't have to wait a week anymore. Sean and Micaela are going to bring you some deep cuts that maybe you've never even heard of or haven't even thought about in a long time. We'll pick one movie every other Wednesday just for you. And be sure to like and subscribe to all of our shows. It really does go a long way to help. Thanks for listening.